Yo, today we got Hurricane Helene, the scariest night of my life. So I want to send prayers to all the people in Florida, prayers to the families, prayers to everybody that's going through it right now. I hope it goes by fast, because I know you guys got another hurricane coming up, which is Hurricane Milton. So be careful out there. Evacuate if you have to. Well, I mean, you have to. So evacuate. Don't leave everything behind. Don't take anything. Take your pets. That's it. It's not worth it to stay. Be careful. Yeah, just be careful out there, you guys.
On September 26th, 2024, Hurricane Helene slammed into Florida's Big
It's crazy.
Bend as a Category
It was freaking first Hurricane Helene. Now you guys got Hurricane Milton.
4 hurricane with winds of 140 miles per hour.
Wow, that's crazy.
As my first major hurricane, I made sure that I had come prepared.
You got to.
But nothing could have prepared me for what would happen later that night.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
4 a.m. Wednesday, September 25th. Go ahead and subscribe for him. And subscribe for me too. Subscribe for your boy. Like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 100K. Grind never stops.
Florida, here we come. It is a little after 4 a.m. and we are hitting the road for Florida with a date with potential major hurricane Helene. This will be my first proper hurricane chase. I've had a number of tropical storms and
Be careful out there.
one Category 1 hurricane up here. Long drive ahead, but that's not something that we're not used to.
Y'all crazy
storm
for
chaser.
chasing.
At the time of departure, Helene was not anything special. Sitting just off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula, it was a weak tropical storm, struggling to organize as sheer and dry air
I'ma fly away and shit.
hindered its development. However, the Gulf of Mexico would change its fortune. As I ventured down I-95 that day, convoys of bucket trucks were also making the journey to respond the moment the storm subsided. Even with that slight peace of mind, I made my own preparations. It was a very real possibility I could be stuck for days.
For sure.
The National Hurricane Center was confident that Helene would be a major hurricane. Early Thursday morning, I rolled into Tallahassee. Many people were still out and about, even though many establishments were closed ahead of the storm. Even so, very few were boarded up. By now, Helene had strengthened into a Category 2 storm and was gaining steam. Rapid intensification was underway. I headed south to get one last look at the Gulf before the storm would set in. While the water wasn't too choppy, it would soon be surging inland. I knew these houses I was driving by would be subjected to a 15-foot storm surge in several hours. All you can do is hope that these people evacuated. As I settled into a parking garage in Tallahassee that evening, it became increasingly clear that the hurricane would jog slightly east of the city. While that is good for the folks of Florida's capital, it would mean that I would have to position further east to get into the eye wall, the most intense part of the storm.
Right in the middle of the eye.
The city of Perry looked to be the location of probable landfall. However, this region of Florida is dominated by southern pines, a tree notorious for coming down in high winds, never mind hurricane force. The road to Perry was lined with these trees. It was too risky to make the drive there now. Instead, I opted for a northern eye wall intercept along a route not filled with trees. Nonetheless, the drive was still not without hazard.
You guys do that right? It's hard rain. That's not no fuck around. It's hard rain. I feel bad for all the animals out there.
My destination was a collection of gas stations just off of Interstate 10. It was wide open with space to avoid potential debris, making it the perfect spot to ride out the eye wall. Also at this spot was friend and meteorologist Nick Stewart.
Oh shit.
If we wanted to get into the eye, we would have to push a little more east, just 2 more exits over on I-10. When the eye reached its closest point to us, we made the sprint east. In theory, the tree line should be cut far enough back from the road, meaning we can get to the eye freely. However, this proved to not be the case, leading to the most harrowing moments of the chase. It was at this point in the chase that things really took a turn.
Let's see what happens.
We had entered the eye of the storm, got through that last bit of eye wall, but quickly we saw that there was a couple of trucks stopped up ahead. And we knew pretty quickly that it was going to be a tree across the road.
Oh.
Okay, no big deal. Let's clear this tree out of the way. Nick had a chainsaw, and another pair of chasers not far behind us also had a chainsaw. So we clear this tree out of the way and continue forward. However, what we were driving into was basically a giant tree bottleneck. The trees on the side of the highway had cut further in, so they were almost like directly on the side of the highway. And there was an island of trees now in between the east and westbound lanes. So now there's trees on both sides of us instead of just one side and further back. Filming became very low on the priority list, so the footage from this moment isn't very good. But what ended up happening is that there was a semi and another semi that were already stuck further in this bottlenecked area.
Told you.
One of them was a big car carrying semi full of cars, and it was completely off of the highway, sunk into the soil on the side. There was no way that truck was getting out. And then there was another one that was stuck behind the group of trees that had fallen in front. So as Nick and the other people with chainsaws went ahead to go start clearing those trees out of the way, me and another individual are sitting there with flashlights watching the tops of trees, because the center of the eye is nice and calm and you can start hearing more than just the wind. And we're just hearing snaps, cracks, and pops coming from the trees on either side of us.
They're just breaking.
They had just been blasted with 100-mile-per-hour winds, so they're incredibly weakened. And that backside of the eye wall is coming soon. And if we get hit by the backside of that eye wall, even more of those trees are coming down, and they're coming down on our cars.
So you gotta be
and
careful.
Worse, us. It was at that moment that I probably had the deepest sense of complete lack of control at that point. Definitely,
I'm trying to get the fuck out of here.
A little bit of fear.
Oh yeah.
I was kind of keeping myself calm. But honestly, I'm watching back some of the GoPro footage here. It's like you can kind of see
his panic,
the fear in my face a little bit.
Bro's
and it's
like, oh,
okay.
Shit. He's like, we're in this.
I knew most likely I was going to be okay if I was just very conscious of what was happening around me. But
he's like, I would show you guys the footage, but I look too scared.
The lack of control was something that very rarely have I ever experienced before in chasing. Bro. The lack of control that you have in a hurricane
for sure.
is
I've never been in a hurricane.
Alarming, and that's why you have to be prepared for any type of scenario. And I was very prepared, but making an assumption on what the highway state was going to be was not a good assumption. Fortunately, we were able to clear those trees and a couple more along the way and eventually get off of the interstate. And at this point, this is when it was around 2 a.m. at this point. We had been stuck in the trees for about, I don't know, a little over an hour maybe. And I just crashed hard. It was time to just, rest for the night.
I'm knocked out. Hurricane Helene. R.I.P. to the people that died. like, comment, subscribe. If you guys gotta evacuate. Stay safe. Be careful out there. And we'll get you guys in the next video. Grind to 100K.
Bye, have a great time.